Let's begin. Today is September 21st, 2024, and we're solving the Daily Turing Machine Puzzle. Today's puzzle uses the following 6 criteria cards. Criteria card 1, 7, 9, 12, 19, and 21. And the puzzle uses the blue verification cards. The code above is your way to get more information on today's puzzle by searching the code on turingmachine.info. Let's go solve. So the grid above, we've got our 6 criteria cards. On the top row, we've got criteria card A, criteria card B, and criteria card C. On the bottom row, we've got criteria card D, criteria card E, and finally criteria card F. So criteria card A looks at our first digit, the triangle digit, and we'll compare it to the number 1. So should the value of triangle be equal to 1, or should it be greater than 1? Criteria card B looks at our last digit, the circle digit, and will let us know whether it's an even digit or an odd digit. Criteria card C will look at our 3-digit solution and will let us know how many of those digits are 3. Are there no 3s? Is there a single 3? Perhaps 2, maybe even all 3 are 3. Criteria card D will look at our first and last digits and compare them. So should the value of triangle be less than circle? Should they be equal? Or should the value of triangle be greater than circle? Criteria card E will take a look at our first 2 digits, triangle and square, add them up, and compare the sum to the number 6. So should the sum be less than 6? Should it be equal to 6? Or should it be greater than 6? And finally, criteria card F again looks at our 3-digit solution, except this time it'll let us know a little bit about its structure, so to speak. Specifically, there are 2 scenarios. One where there's a pair of digits in the code, as in the example 131, or there's no pair, and technically there are 2 of those. One where all the digits are different, as in the example 134, or all the digits are the same, as in the example 222. And remember, the objective of today's puzzle is to find that unique 3-digit code that abides by all of the 6 criteria cards that we just described. And we're going to start off with an initial proposal of 314. So the first thing I want to test is I want to know a little bit about that last digit. So let's go ahead and test criteria card B. Okay, so the Turing Machine does not approve of my choice for circle. I did pick an even 4, but since it does not approve of it, that means that actually circle is an odd digit. So let's go ahead and type that up in our notes in section B. And that is that circle is an odd digit. And because it is odd, we'll get to actually cross out all of the evens for circle. So crossing out the number 2 and number 4. Okay, so let's see, what else can we test? Let's go ahead and test criteria card F. Okay, so in this case, the Turing Machine does not approve of my proposal of 314. Notice that 314 has all unique digits, so it falls under the no pair scenario. But since the Turing Machine does not approve of that, it's actually letting me know that, yeah, there is a pair. So let's go ahead and type that up in section F. And we'll say that the solution has experiencing a little bit of lag, I apologize. A pair. Now we don't know if it's going to be paired up with circle, but we do know that there's a pair somewhere. And it is interesting that criteria card D does have an equal among triangle and circle. Unfortunately for me, well, I don't have those at this moment. So let's see. I think instead I'll test criteria card E. Okay, so the Turing Machine does approve of my proposal in this case where the sum of the first two digits is less than 6. 3 plus 1 is 4, and 4 is definitely less than 6. So let's go ahead and type that up in our notes for section E. And that again is that triangle plus square is less than 6. And since it is less than 6, we can actually cross out the 5s for both triangle and square. And that's because if you add 5 to even the smallest of 1, that's already 6. And if you add anything bigger, that'll be greater than 6, both of which are invalid since we know that the sum of the first two should be less than 6. And again, thinking back to the fact that there's a pair of digits, the only way that could be triangle and square is if both are 2s. I mean, it's possible, but well, we did complete our 3 Turing tests for this round. Now we're going into the phase where we'll be discussing how to construct a good second round proposal. So notice that we did not test criteria card A, the triangle digit compared to the number 1. We also did not discuss how many 3s there are. And and then of course we didn't test criteria card D, comparing triangle and circle. So let's see. So let's pretend that maybe triangle and circle are equal. Is that possible? Well, the only way that they could be equal is either if they're both 1s or both 3s. So that would mean that we'd have 2 3s. Let's see. Or what about, let's just say triangle is 1. All of squares would work out. So I don't think, well, let's see. The only way that may work is, yes, if it's 1, 1, and then maybe either 3 or 5, depending on criteria card C. So that's a possibility. 1, 1. Well, yeah, if there's no 3s, and it is equal to 1, yeah, that would force square to be a 1 as well. And then, so let's see, yeah, so 115 looks promising. What if triangle were greater? We do have a pair, so the only thing would be 2, 2, and then perhaps even, again, less than, 5. Well, actually, what is to restrict circle at this point? Oh, we do have criteria card D. Well, then it could be then again 1, 1, and then, yeah, but then 1, 1, both of 3 and 5 are greater than 1. So 1, 1, so that'd be obvious. So then maybe it is paired up triangle and circle. 3, 1. How would you choose between, well, I guess, or it could be 3, 1, 1. 2, 2. There's some, I'm trying to understand the purpose of criteria card D. So somehow, Yeah. Why is it there? Okay, well, let's go ahead and let's choose 225. Okay, so let's go ahead and test criteria card A. Okay, so it's not true. I did pick a 2 for triangle. That's greater than. So that's not true. So it is actually equal to 1. Wow, that is a bit surprising. But okay, so let's go ahead and cross out all of triangle except for 1. Okay, so at this point, let's see, it could be 131. But let's go ahead and let's see. I did pick triangle and square to be equal. Let's see, how can I play this? So if I get an X for criteria card D, we know that triangle and square are not. So it would mean that circle is the one that's paired up with either square. Oh, this is interesting. Well, we already know triangle is 1. So if we get this wrong, then it must be that the square and circle are paired up. Okay, I think I like that. So let's go ahead and test criteria card D. Okay, well, it is true that, let's see, that triangle is equal to circle. Okay, so let's type that up, and that is criteria card D, and it's that triangle is actually, sorry, triangle is less than circle. Okay, triangle is less than circle. So let's go ahead, type that up. So triangle should be less than circle. And yeah, I guess when I first got excited about criteria card D, I think I was just looking at triangle and square. And in fact, it's triangle and circle that's being compared. So I don't know if that was helpful at all, since we already know triangle is 1. I guess what we can say is that circle can't be 1, and 3 and 5 are less than 1. So what else? Oh, and that was, of course, criteria card A, and we'll say that triangle is equal to 1. I guess I didn't update the notes when that happened. That was earlier in the round. Okay, so what else? Well, I guess we've got one criteria card left, the number of 3s. Now I don't have any, so that's not helpful at all. Because if I get that wrong, I don't know if there's 2 or 1. Oh, definitely not good. Okay, well, can we somehow deduce? So we do have a pair. So it's either going to be 1, 3, 3 or 1, 1. Well, 3 or 5. 1, 3, 3. Let's see, let me go ahead and list them out. So it's either going to be 1, 1. Well, no, it could be either 1, 1, 3 or 1, 1, 5. Okay. So the ones are paired up. Okay, so it seems like we only have three options. Yeah, 113, 115, or 133. And I guess I do have a case where there are no threes. Yeah, we're going to have to go to a third round because I don't see how we can deduce. So let's go ahead and type C. Wow, what a stroke of luck. There are no 3 digits. That was truly lucky. So let's go ahead and type that up. So we got a check mark which approves the fact that there are no 3s. So we'll say that the solution has no 3-digit. And there's only one option where there are no 3s. And that's 115. So it can't be 113. And it can't be 133. Just lucky. Okay, so let's go ahead and type that up. So let's go ahead and cross out the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Okay, so it looks like the solution, oh, and of course there were no 3 digits. So cross out the 3. So yeah, it looks like the solution is 115. All right, so let's just verify. We did confirm that triangle should be, well, we got it wrong, but it's a 50-50. So we know triangle is 1, it is. We knew early on that, again, B should not be even, it is odd, it sure is. And the solution has no 3s, it does not. We also confirmed D, that triangle should be, the first digit should be smaller than the circle digit, or the last digit, and it is. And the sum of the first 2 is less than 6, and there's a pair. Well, let's go confirm. Okay, 115. Okay, excellent. Well, let's see how we did versus a Turing machine. Luckily, we did just do 6 tests in the 2 rounds. In the first round, we did BEF, and then we did the remaining in the second round. So let's go ahead and type that up. And that's BEF in the first round. So B was wrong. I believe E was correct. And F was wrong. Let's double check. Yes. And then ACD. So A was incorrect. But both C and D, luckily, were correct. Okay, so we beat the Turing machine by 1 question. Well, I definitely thought we were going to have to go to the third round. It seemed like I just did a poor job. But again, it was just lucky that there were no 3s. So if you saw any other inconsistencies, or if you solved it a different way, please do share that in the commentaries. And if you liked the video, please do give it a thumbs up so that more people can find the channel. And of course, hit subscribe to not miss out on any future videos. Well, until next time, have a great one.